This is officially the latest we've ever started shooting, because
That's true.
normally there's things floating in the air. Normally the video's posted by this time.
Yeah. We decided to change things up this week.
Yeah, we
Do it a little bit different.
Well, usually late at night everything's funnier, so.
Yeah.
And with that,
Maybe today will be funnier.
maybe. Let's ramble. Alright, welcome back to Pointless Ramblings, where we are taking on our third week of Mega Movie Month. I think that's what I called it last time.
I'm pretty sure that's changed every time you've introduced it.
I don't care. We're moving on to the 2000s. And I think I'm going to start it off this week.
Sounds good.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Robert De Niro only makes the list once so far in all the decades we've done.
Yes. Well,
That's probably his best line of any movie I've seen.
could be his greatest moment.
Greatest moment. Good job.
Robert De Niro's greatest moment.
All right, what do you got for us?
So mine comes in, and this one I really struggled not to have a lot from this movie, but it's a pretty good one, and I feel like an appropriate thing since I try and do a lot now and work with statistics.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
It really feels like what I do all the time, trying to explain stuff to people.
Well, the best part is I also used Anchorman, and I'm going to let you see what I had to show.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
It was the other one that it was one of the other ones I really wanted to use was when he's, news team assemble, and they're like, Ron, we've literally been here the entire time.
See, when I was looking through Anchorman, and I was trying to decide stuff, I figured you would go with the glass cage of emotions.
I was very close to that one as well.
That was a good one. But moving on to my next one, it really comes to the next movie that I struggled not to just fill all of my quotes from. And this one is also a very good one and very enjoyable for those who haven't seen it.
Yes, no, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Very highly used comment in our home.
Very,
all football season, I feel like. It's a bold strategy.
Well, I think it's also used in any of the softball and anything else that we do. It's bold strategy.
Yeah.
Forfeit.
It's the way to go. This next one comes to you because of Drew's first week when he decided to quote Indiana Jones. I thought I'd bring this one in.
It's where I keep all my things. I get a lot of compliments on this. Plus, it's not a man purse. It's called a satchel. Indiana Jones wears one.
I want to see if I can just walk around with a whip on my hip, and when somebody's like, why do you have a whip?
Because Indiana Jones
wears it. Seems reasonable.
Maybe.
I think if you can say Indiana Jones wears it, you can get away with just about anything. Fedora, Indiana Jones wears one.
I don't feel like he wears a fedora.
I don't know.
I don't know what the classification of a fedora is.
It's not a cowboy hat.
It's not. So you
It's
can't
not
be
a bowler hat, so.
Bowler hats are cooler. You should get a top hat.
But Indiana Jones doesn't wear one.
No. But the people in Dumb and Dumber do. So
That's true.
Close enough. Yeah. All right, what do you got?
So, the next one I have is a comment that I would, like to say to other people sometimes, but, most of the time I use it in reference more towards me when I'm playing basketball and different things like that.
Or to me when I was a little kid.
We never win because you are fat.
Just say when I sugar, I wasn't always the nicest person.
It's a good excuse, though, at least.
Hey, if you can blame your losses on others, it makes life way easier.
It is. That's usually what I do 400% of the time.
Yep.
Statistics, because 60% of the time, it works every time. Anyways, I'm moving on to Dodgeball for my next one. And I agree with you. Dodgeball was a very difficult film to pick a quote from. But this was one that I didn't find to be highly as offensive, and that's the one I went with.
Just remember the 5 D's of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Till next time, this is Patches O'Houlihan saying take care of your balls, and they'll take care of you.
The sad thing is how that wasn't even remotely close to the most offensive one. It was on my list that I decided to cut off because I figured my mother-in-law is one of the primary watchers of our videos, and she may not watch anymore if I picked some of the ones that I could have from Dodgeball.
Lots of wonderful things in that movie. All right, what do you got?
So the next one I got comes from probably one of my favorite Westerns.
See? I told you so.
No, you said wet shirt don't break, not piss shirt bend bar.
Shanghai Noon didn't even make my list of movies to even think of looking at.
It's funny because actually the first quote that I thought of, and the first thing I thought of from Shanghai Noon was John Wayne. And then Wilson's character says, John Wayne, that's a terrible cowboy name. And anytime somebody says John Wayne, that's the first thought I always respond with. That's a terrible cowboy name. Hopefully you get that. If not, I'm sorry.
Ask your parents, I guess?
Or grandparents at this point.
Yeah, probably. Somewhere in there. Anyways, I'm going on to my next one. Moving to one of my all-time favorite movies from the 2000s. Enjoy.
All right, Rico, listen. There's an ancient Italian maxim that roughly translates to, he who is resistant to change is destined to perish. So why don't you try open up that mind of yours? You know, it's like, look at Kevin. I mean, he's real mature, man.
Yeah, don't you ever tell me how to live my life again.
And that was the don't you ever tell me how, that was the first phrase I learned how to say in Spanish when I learned to speak Spanish. It was very important.
You know, going back to, I think, the first week and some of the things that I was thinking of with Indiana Jones is if you could just do a scene that wasn't necessarily words, it would be when he gets sprayed in the face, because I'm pretty sure that happened all the time as children.
I thought you were going to go with the whiskey scene.
Whiskey. I thought about that one. I did. But this is one, the next one that I have really came to mind because anytime I go to the store, when I say store, I really mean a gas station and going to the convenience store, because, I mean, who doesn't do all the shopping in a convenience store or the gas station? Anyway, there they have the little beef and cheese sticks. So I think you may go on, may know where this one's going.
Christmas, all right?
You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
I'm just glad you could bring the Christmas spirit into our...
Well, I feel like Christmas needs to be part of our lives all the time.
Christmas all year round.
The Christmas spirit every day. For sure, somewhere in a movie, there's something that says that to some effect. It's probably a Christmas movie.
Oh, you mean it wasn't Happy Gilmore? I could have sworn that's what it was.
I mean, it could have.
Could have been. Anyways, that's it for this week. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And again, don't forget to put in the comments what movie quotes we missed from the 2000s.
I like to party. I'm Rod.
No, you're Kevin.
Right. Kevin. I party.